Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing the 2024 Volvo XC40. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Volvo of Salt Lake City for giving me some time with this XC40. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. This is the B5 powertrain. Power outputs are 247 horsepower and then 258 pound-feet of torque with fuel economy, being 23 around town and then 30 on the highway. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, taking a look at the hood design, you guys can see flat there in the center and then kind of falls off on either side. Now we've got the Thor's Hammer daytime running lights, which looks so cool. Notice the grill's blacked out on this, and then the trimmer on the fog lights also blacked out. And putting it all together, let me know your thoughts on the looks here with the XC40. Coming on the side here, our tire wheel set up as 245, 45, 20 in the front and over in the rear. And then you guys can see with the wheel design, you got the silver on the top and then the black below that. Little fender flares, and notice that bodywork continues along the side. Notice the mirror caps also blacked out, and then you got body painted door handles. And then here's the full side profile on the XC40. I like the body lines, look sharp. Now taking a look at the key fob, we got the Volvo logo there on the front, and then you guys can see the unlock and the lock function and the opening for the hatch as well. You can also open up the hatch with a traditional popper. It is automatic. And then when it comes to the storage space of the XC40, again, this is a smaller size crossover, but it's still pretty dang practical when it comes to space. Kind of similar to like the Toyota RAV4, it looks like, in terms of storage. Anyways, when you're all done, just press this button and that will lower the hatch right back down. Now I've got the cool bow design here with the taillights, and you guys can see the B5 badge, all the rest of the badges, and then we do have parking sensors here at the bottom. And putting it all together, let me know your thoughts on the overall design here with the XC40. Now popping inside, it's soft touch all over here. You guys can see a little window control with the lock function, and I like the handle, it's pretty cool. Now as you can see, I've got some nice stitching throughout with the seats. They also look really nice as well. And then space here in the back is actually really good. We also have a little storage net. We've got some vents here in the back. And then when it comes to headroom, solid. And it looks like we have a cup holder armrest. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with all of these soft touch, and look at this trim right here. And then we got, again, another cool handle, memory seats, Harman Kardon sound system. There's a quick look at the mirrors. All of our window controls, as you can see, and then the mirror adjustments, and the mirrors do power fold in. Now here's a quick look at the front seat. Again, you can see with all of the rest of the trim. Power adjustments here on the side. And then I love the look of the vent here. That's fancy. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, it's soft touch all around. We got this little control there for the center. You guys can see adaptive cruise control. And then your regular stalks on the back. Pretty simple. And then here's a look at the gauge cluster. Sorry about the camera focus, it's kind of struggling. But anyways, full digital gauge cluster, I think that looks great. You can also do the map view there in the center. I guess we don't have our location turned on, so we can't do that. But anyways, really cool. Now popping it into reverse, you guys can see we've got a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and we've got this cool 360 camera system as well. Notice that it'll pop up on whatever side that you do with the camera. I think that's kind of a funky feature. But moving on from the camera system to the rest of the infotainment screen, response time's great with the screen. Overall, I mean, it's easy to use. I like the little shortcut there for the seats, for example. Apparently, I'm really bad at pressing stuff today, though. But then if you press the little settings tab, this will let you pop into like the driving, so you can go into the off-road mode. But overall, great system, and it's got vents on either side. So we've got soft touch here on the dash, and then look at the wood trim there as well. And then little radio control down below, and then we got some charging port action here with our wireless phone charging pad. Cup holder action here, and then you guys can see the little crystal shifter. Parking brake here with our auto hold, and then we have like a little trash can, and you can see with the rest of the center console, pretty good storage space, nice padding and everything. And then, yeah, solid glove box. And then up top we got our slider here for the panoramic sunroof, and we got this cloth headliner. It's kind of interesting. So sorry about the glare, but you guys can see this is an XC40 with a dark theme. I feel like the dark theme has been very popular. Base MSRP $45,000. This has a few options. After all options, this one stickers for $50,600. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. both of the mirrors and throughout the rest of the rear. And Volvo XC40 away. Gotta clean the window a little bit dusty. But yeah, it'll be fun to see what this is like. You know, Volvo's got a pretty interesting lineup right now. Obviously, you know, their emphasis, just like other automakers, is kind of going more and more towards SUVs, because that's what us Americans want more than anything else, it seems like, in today's market. So first off, seat comfort's it's pretty good. I just reviewed an XC90 and XC40 the other day, and I will say I do think that the seats in those were noticeably more comfortable than the seats in this XC40. So if you do go up to the bigger Volvos, looks like you also get slightly more comfortable seats as well. Now, aside from that, suspension is still pretty comfortable, normal Volvo fashion. Again, not as comfortable as the 60 or the 90, but again, it's a smaller vehicle, shorter wheelbase, so it kind of makes sense. Sorry, I gotta adjust this a little bit. It's falling off my head. It's that time of day again. Yeah, but it's still a very comfortable vehicle, all things considered. So I think that's a big plus. Pretty quiet too. AC works great. I will say, I do find it interesting that Volvo is part of this like team of luxury automakers that they'll do heated seats, but you know, air-conditioned seats, it seems like they kind of, I mean, you can get them in other packages, but like, it seems like they kind of push away from that, which I've always found interesting. But yeah, it's got good power. It really does. Yeah, I'm getting lucky today with all these green lights. Woo! Now, I drove the B5 in the XC60 the other day, and it felt kind of like it maybe needed more power. In the XC40 here, the B5 feels great. This is a smaller vehicle, and so, you know, less is more, right? Sometimes that's just how it works. So yeah, this is more than adequate when it comes to the power outputs. So to sum things up here with this Volvo XC40, first off, when it comes to exterior styling, I think the 60 is kind of like the sweet spot in terms of like Volvo style, in terms of in size combined, but I still think this is a good looking crossover. I love the interior, fit and finish is great. I love the wood trim. I think that's also fantastic as well. So yeah, when you put all that together, I think they did a really good job with all of that. And then, you know, when it comes to how it drives, it's comfortable. It's, again, for a smaller crossover, comfortable, quiet, and it's very reasonably priced. You know, a lot of modern luxury cars have gotten pretty expensive, and Volvo's been very reasonable with their price increases over the course of the last few years compared to other automakers. So let me know what you guys think about the XC40, but you know, if you're basically looking for an all-season, that was horrible, an all-season smaller size crossover, the XC40 definitely accomplishes that.